Yep. Let's go. We are live. Hello, hello,
Oh,
welcome. Go,
kia
sis.
ora, everyone. Yay, thanks for hosting us, Rex. That's awesome, sis. Thank you, because just, of course, the day before all of this, I couldn't sign into the Wahine Korero's YouTube. Of course I couldn't, because, you know. So thank you for hosting us on this third Thank you TERF Day 2025. And we're doing this in honour of Magdalene Burns, the mighty Magdalene Burns,
Oh,
who
good.
unfortunately shuffled off her mortal coil far too soon. She's a pretty amazing woman for the 36 years she was here. She co-founded For Woman Scott. Woo, the woman that just had that big woman in the Supreme Court.
Yes.
She has uni and
Disagree.
physics. Yeah, I mean, physics, crikey. I can just spell physics, never knowing what it's about. Boxing, and started a boxing gym at the uni. And she's just, an all over good gal. And so we decided it would be a really good idea to, in her memory, on the 6th of May, what would have been her birthday, is to have Thank a Turf Day. It's Turf Day. And so it's been really good to see the videos and the messages flying around social media.
Yes, it
And this
has.
is poor woman Scott. She joined us knowing she had a brain tumour, and but
Started this.
know,
This is the group, and this is where they're at now. Is
yes,
they are yes, and this is the group that this woman Magdalene Burns helped found. So happy birthday, Mags.
yes. And now I've written quite a few names down, and that's because 5 years ago you're lucky if you could get 20 because of the media and everything around this fight and debate. There was no debate. And so there's just hundreds. But I'd like to kick off this year's Thank a Turf Day with sports.
What
And so
up?
and these are women that have walked away from their sports. Isabel Salzin, track and field, Frances Stand, basketball, Celeste Dietz. She was in the locker room. That Celeste was the girl who got told, wind it up, because she was traumatised about having to get undressed and changed when there was a teenage lad in there oogling her. Oh, Stephanie Turner, the fencer. Woohoo. Sophie
Go, Tim.
Carpenter is another track meet. Now, Beth Bourne's a name I see all over the sports pages with the women's sports, because women have lost over 900 awards and medals to men.
Mm, that's right.
900. So there's a wow. I mean, it's not complicated. It's just boy girl soup, end of. It's not complicated. Anyone who says it is talking shit. So, and Lynn Pinches, the pool lady, she walked away ever so elegantly. No fanfare, nothing, just went and spoke quietly to the official and grabbed her gears and wandered off out. And the Troon made a big hoo ha of it, of course. But now, pool is single sex again. Quite a few sports have come back. We've got Bishop Brady High, their soccer team, wouldn't take the field. The Boys
Mm,
State Uni volleyball team. The Tumwater School Board have banned males and female sports. And the Nevada Interscholastic Activities Association has also said no males and female sports. Uh, Angela Carini, the Italian boxer.
oh, Angela Carini. That went right round the world. And yes, XX. That's all there is.
That's right.
That's all there
Taylor,
is.
Taylor, Taylor Starling, across country from Martin Luther King High School. Natalie Daniels, she's that Boston Marathon. She got booted and she had just
Yeah.
had a baby 6 months ago or something. Abigail Wilson in a disc golf, which I don't even know what that is, but good on you, Abigail.
Yeah, it
Standing up
doesn't
for
matter,
it.
eh? That's right. It
That's
doesn't
right.
matter whether it's tiddlywinks, embroidery, or sports like we're talking about. It doesn't matter. All men are men, and you can't come in.
Yes.
So can't
And
lie.
it's cheating. And so, of course, we
Yeah.
got Riley Gaines and for swimming, and April Hutchinson with the weightlifting,
Yes. Oh,
XXXY Athletics.
Yes. Oh, aren't they nice?
Oh, aren't they? And hecheated.org. They've got a lot of receipts, the hecheated.orgs. Now, keen people, if you're listening, yous would be by the end of this video, you'll have yourself a great following list.
Yes, these
If
are the
nothing
people that
else.
are holding the line and they are saying, no, you cannot
Yes,
come in because you're a man. So
yes,
it's important for us to celebrate our achievements because, as Di said, there was just no room, no space. People were lying. We've had cocaine fueled dog fuckers and men who put cats in blenders on live stream counted as she, her in the media. So no wonder we've
yeah.
had a lying press colluding with the trannies. And yeah, you're
And
right.
lying.
Lying.
And
Just
so,
take
you
and
know,
lie. No
hey,
more.
and no more. That's right. Woman saying no. And Sharon Davies, Coach Linda Blake, Caitlin Wheeler, like all these sportswomen have stood
They lie.
away to make a stand for your daughter, for your nieces. Hey. So I think
That's
that's
right.
pretty brave of them, myself.
Yeah.
And now there's some legal cases, and of course we're going to kick off with the For Woman Scott, being Magdalene Burns' birthday and all. But find
Yeah.
it, not only are we right, but the Supreme Court of the UK agrees with us.
Yes. They're not any kind of woman. They're a certain type of man.
Yes, and Sex Matters, they're off to trial.
Yes.
New Zealand's own Speak Up for Women have had legal cases.
Yes.
The Sex Matters are suing the British Transport about men strip searching women.
Yes. Absolutely. That can't be allowed to stand, even for the
No,
few moments that they said it was all right. I mean, they were already trying to get men performing mammograms for women. How about you go to the broken dick department and help them there?
yes,
And
yes, get away.
get away.
Woman,
No,
as women, we are entitled to safety, dignity, and privacy. Hashtag cut it out.
that's right.
And so,
Just no.
yeah, and so we've got Kirrily Smith, another legal case, Sal Grover, Angie Jones, Moira Deeming, Glenna, Jasmine Sussex, Lyle Shelton, Brian
Yep.
Tamaki, Caroline Farrow, Sandy Peggy, Jennifer Millay, Rex, you're doing legal shit. Cherry Black, Kate Scorrow, Lava in New Zealand, Lesbian
Lava. Yep.
Action Visibility, Aotearoa. They're
Yeah.
going to be in courts in the next, 4 to 6 weeks or something. It's coming up as they got kicked out of the Pride Board. Got the Safe School Alliance, they're going to trial. The Scene Network that you see around X.
Yep.
There's been Harry Miller,
Absolutely. And what's his name?
AFL,
Enoch Burke, the
yes,
Irish
Enoch Bird,
preacher.
yep,
Yeah, Ben Lee.
Glenna, the American First Legal
Yep.
Schools officials, LGB. Now, there's a
Yes.
few, there's the Alliance and what have you, but there's a few LGB, and Jenny Watson that are in the middle of court cases. Was it Elder, the Icelander gay guy? He's
The
just a
elder.
court case.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just picked off a court case. We've got our own Christine in New
We're going to have
Zealand in
Christine Nassau.
IRD.
Yes. And who's
Yeah,
our mortician that was in trouble just with her work? We had a mortician
yes. We can just
correctly.
thank her. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't want to
Our
use her name
Yep,
because of the
but our
small
morticians
industry.
right all the way, every strata of society has been infected with this ideology, and it is a contested
Yes,
ideology. This is the thing. People have been speaking about it from a position of power because they've had 15 years without us saying boo, because they trampled us and bamboozled us and then litigated
silenced us.
and silenced us. Well, probably not me, and they're still trying, but well,
Yeah, like there was just 20 odd legal cases that are happening globally.
yep, just now.
And like that's from men strip searching women to women objecting to men breastfeeding babies to women being called Nazis to that stupid misgendering word. Like all across the Western globe, the troons are putting people in court for rubbish, because it's not true, it's not real. It's all just mental health made up in your head shit. So for over 20 years, TERFs have been fighting this big, huge behemoth, this huge machine that's fully funded, and it's like the gold at the end of the rainbow. And TERFs are fighting it with selling T-shirts, cups, pens, stationery, doing talks around
Talk,
against this big, huge machine,
me,
chalk,
talk,
T-shirts,
me.
banners, memes. So, it's really important we thank each other, that everyone knows that all these people holding the line, awesome.
Yep,
And now I've got this
absolutely.
category here called receipts, because this is a really good one for research.
So yes, we've got people who are the meticulous keeper of the receipts. Lead on.
Yeah. Redux and the woman from Redux, hecheated.org, the Red Tent Collective. Now, there's a lot of red tents around, but this collective collects all the troonery crime data. And it's an interactive map. So when stuff happens in your country, you can go click on the map and put the news article in there, and a marker will come up. So it's an interactive site. That's Red Tent Collective, as opposed to Red Tent, Sacred Woman's Bleeding Rituals that lets the troons in, as opposed to those red tents. Womenarehuman.com, turf is a slur.com, receipts XXXY Athletics. The TERFs individual substacks have a lot of receipts in them, like Katrina, Biggs, Annie O'Brien, man, the Women's Rights Party, Out
Yes.
Us, Select. There's a lot of receipts around. And then my next category to thank people for stepping forward was the D-transistors, because more of them are coming, and aye, which of
All the
course is
desisters. Mel Jeffries, the desisters.
the desisters, Mel Jeffries, Prisha Mosley, Chloe Cole, Richie, aka Tulip, Sinead Watson, Emmy, Daniel, Casey, Laura Palmer, and D-Trans Awareness, Trans Widows, Aaron Kimberley, all the D-Trans groups. Thank you for being brave after you's got at and coming forward and trying to stop others. That's awesome. Thank you very much. And now, this is huge. Here we go with the internet voices. Here comes your following. Here comes the following who to follow list on X. And why this is important, sis, is that, I'm just a little account, and yet I've got pages of names. What a change. Hallelujah, what a change.
Well, I'm on
Aye.
my 40th profile by now. It's about 40. I'd say they
Yes.
keep suspending me, but it's taking longer and longer. I've
Yes, I
noticed
have
that.
noticed you've been there for a while. I have
I've had
noticed.
some that only last a morning. I have had accounts that when the trannies were right in the engine room, and Jack Dorsey, was it Dorsey who owned it? That twat?
Mm,
Yeah, twatter
yes.
man. When he owned it, I could be suspended in a morning. And
Yeah.
now, yeah, I've been there a few weeks, and I'm sure that Paul Fistful of Dildos and all his friends and close tranny lovers and situationship cockfrockers will be reporting me every day. So have at it, fuckers. On you go, sis.
Oh, God, I'll say. Yes, thank you, Turf. So these are just, of course, Stone the Crone, Abakaki Reborn, R.I.P. Nutmeg, Blah Blah Fish Cakes, Karen Davis,
Yeah.
Dennis Noel Cavagna, Gussie Grips, Helen Joyce, Julia Long, Dr. P, Andy No, Paul Pearce, Doc Stock, Johnny Bell, Venice Allen, Glinner, Mr. Minnow, James Drifferis, John Euler, Jennifer Say, Serena Patrick, Turf Rocks, Paula Logan, was the woman who sat there the day after the disabled woman who sat there out in the cold with her sign.
Yay! Go
Yeah,
you, darling. Go you, good
yes.
thing.
Hey, Janet Inglis, AJ the Empress, Hackney Doctor of Turfery, James S, Bev Jackson, Emma Wilding Davis, the lady who's given us our Slurs t-shirt,
Yeah.
Vaishnavi Sun, the movie she made,
Oh,
on the
Navi,
deep
yeah.
trans winner. Yeah,
Trans
Barry
widow.
Wall. Oh, Woken Wolfing is, I find that really funny and satirical. Hey, Women's
Yeah.
Rights Network, Sal Robbins, Dr. Emma Hilton, Fonda Beatles,
Oh,
Belle
yes.
Starby, yeah, Duncan, Josie Impaler, HC. HC has just spent the day sharing transphobic pictures of the body. And of course, we've got our Kelly J. Keane, J.K.
Yeah.
Rowling, Maya Forstater.
Yep.
Hey, we got the
Helen,
Queens.
Helen Joyce, Kathleen Stock, they're all doing,
Yeah,
and the thing is, it's going to take everybody in this great big
yes,
movement, everybody, because there are people that I can't reach, and there's people that will
right.
never listen to me or say will never see Helen Joyce or never know about anybody. So hey, Chef, back, whoop, whoop. And yes, go Kelly J. You've fucking provided space for women for many years now in
Yes,
this. And Gussie Grips, I want to big her up. That's Elaine Miller. She's the woman who wore a merkin into the Scottish Parliament and lifted her skirts and said, show you think you are obscene. Well, fuck you. This is where you came from. And it was just a wonderful moment for us all
yes,
a while ago. But
yes,
Gussie Grips, she's awesome.
yes.
Lovely, Elaine. Mwah. All is. Hi,
Hey,
Lynn.
and Belle Staffy, Duncan, Ivy Rose, Jean Hatchett, Catherine Deeves Morgan, Maya, Kelly Oliver Dougal, she's from the Party of Women, and your mate Lou from the Party of Women,
Well,
Rose
Die Screaming
Passion,
Man. That's her name on
yes,
Twitter.
Die Screaming Man Slab, yep, there's Belle Bird, Louise, WS, now Rosin Michaud, Jess DeWall, the wonderful, beautiful embroidery, Charles Hart, he's a hearty turf,
Yeah.
Courage is a Habit, wins
Discreet
over
Gear.
Scotland, and Connie Shaw. Now she's just a young lady who's been booted from a university radio show.
Yep, Connie.
That's Connie Shaw. Yep, Alison Bailey, read some Piaget, Roisin, Kate, Lily Maynard, Mary Kate Dalby, Jamie Reed, Amy Harm, Abby Turf Agent, lives a TikTok, Gays Against Groomers, Dr. Suzanne Benning, Dr. Miriam Grossman, Woman Exist,
Yep.
LGB Alliance, Hazel Appleyard, Alder, it was that guy, Alison Bailey,
Yep.
Exalanza, Wildfire Whisperers, Woman Won't Wish, Bev Jackson, Gabriel Clark, Pitt, Parents with Inconvenient Truths for any parents here. Now, the
Mm.
surrogate concern, Bernard Lane, Exalanzic, Woman Exist, Mara Yamauchi, Sam
Oh,
Morgan, Eddie
Mama
Wyatt.
Yamamoto. She is wonderful.
Yeah,
Mama and Sharon, if you haven't yet, go and find the BBC interview with them.
yes,
They start about 26 minutes in. It's on Twitter somewhere. They'll,
yep,
look for it. And you can see why the BBC Women's Hour do not want those women on. They were fucking magnificent. They just went,
weren't
why
they?
are you asking us what men think? Why are you asking us why the men are
Yes,
sad? It was just beautiful.
it was good, it
Oh,
sure
hello,
was.
Leon. We are listing the TERFs and women and men in the fight for of reality's last stand to stop gender ideology, which is a contested belief system. It's a medical cult, and we're
Yes,
just.
yes, a death
We're
cult, all right.
I know I've turned the volume up. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. I'm on a borrowed laptop, and I've turned it up on YouTube. I'll have a look again. Sorry, Fano. This is my second
Hey,
live. So,
George, so Eddie White, Slatsism, Claire Louise, Ada Girls, Women Rights Network, famous artists, Bursey Rhodes, Women Exist, Women Won't Wished, like just on and on and on. And this wasn't Claire B. Didamon, the stats lady. Claire's done all the stats for the prison stats and criminal stats globally. That's who
mm,
Claire is. And before I jump into the New Zealand TERFs, I'll end my internet TERFs on Tony, the sign guy, the
oh
neon
yeah,
sign maker.
Tony. Anyway, anyway,
Yeah, well, anyway.
he's great. Oh yeah, fuck off,
And
Neon. I bet you know what a woman is when you want a blowjob. No woman has a dick, so fuck off. Goodbye.
yeah, good, sis.
Goodbye, Neon Nomad. Go cope, seethe, and dilate, and go and lick a tranny's rock pocket out for them for all I fucking care.
Yeah, this
Hello,
is
hate
TERF day.
watchers. Yeah, turf day, not fucking go and lick a tranny's rock pocket day. Off you go. Goodbye.
Back, back to your basement. And
Yep.
now in New Zealand, in no
Ta-da.
particular order. Ta-da-da, ta-da, New Zealand, you feature. The Women's
Yay.
Rights Party have done sterling work. Been doing amazing work. Midwives with Women, Lava, Speak Up for Women, Public Good, Gen Spec New Zealand, Resist Gender Education, Page, which is Parents Against Gender Education on Facebook, Inflection Point, and all the speakers that were at Inflection Point, fully informed, Aotearoa support, and the new kids on the block, let kids be kids. Annie O'Brien, Andre, Rachel Stewart, Brian Tamaki and Bob McCoskrie, Family First, Katrina Biggs, Deb Hayes, Ro Ed, Auntie Hey Hey, Sarah Henderson, LGB Alliance, all Rex are written down again. WDI, Janet Robin,
Yes.
Lawrence Hakiwai, and New Zealand First. Thank you, Mr. Peters. Thank you, Casey Costello. And thank you, Tanya Unkovich. Thank you,
Hooray.
New Zealand First. Hoorah. Hey, Coco Girl, riding by. Sandy Chin, Nobody Special, Dame Jane, Jill Evans, Kate, Linda, Verena and Dawn, Shiv Tav,
Yes. Mrs.
RCR,
Ward.
The Platform,
Yep.
Kiwi Mum,
Mrs. Ward.
and I see you 123.
Yes. Every Kiwi helping, standing up, even just talking to people about it. Because while it's important on Twitter, a lot of people don't know about it in real life unless they've heard murmurings. But they definitely need your dulcet tone in their ear saying, no child is born in the wrong body. And that, you know, and to
Yeah.
start
And
having a conversation.
Yvonne Van Dong and Charlotte Paul. Um, it's been awesome to see so many turfs. And so from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for holding the line.
Indeed. And happy
Uh,
birthday, Magdalene,
and
because
happy
it is
birthday. And
can be.
that's right. And I think it's only fitting that turfs do a Thank a Turf Day and have a turf day. And what better day than to choose one of the most staunchest turfs?
And celebrate her instead of,
And celebrate, that's right, and celebrate the work everyone's doing because it's all unpaid. Like one rainbow outfit got 85K, and that was one time, 1 year. Another one got half a dozen bites out of council money. Woman, all these names are doing it on the smell of an oily rag, and women are going without a cup of coffee to help somebody's give a little. I don't need new tights this week. Women all over the globe are sacrificing to support each other. Like Andrea Dawkins says, feminism is the fight against the patriarchy for all women, even the ones you don't like.
that's right. The ones, but none of us have dicks. None of us have had dicks, and a woman is an adult human
No,
female, and we are done lying for men in
That's
dresses.
right.
And if there are any hate watchers here, fucking A, good job. Get
It is not
fucking
complicated,
no.
X, X,
Women's
X,
only,
Y.
and
So,
that's
yes,
all.
thank you, sister.
No
So,
worries.
on this,
Keep chatting. If you want to come in anytime, anyone with the link, come on in and have a little chat live of, some of your favourite moments. Earlier this morning, I said about the wee girl that kept singing, and Amy Souza, her body check is real high
yes,
in my life, in my
yes,
TERF lexicon. She is a legend just for that. But she's also,
yes,
a great boss TERF there, Amy Souza. But
Susan, yes.
when she did the
And
body check,
keep prison single sex.
yes, keep prison single sex. The people who've put the work in, Stephanie Arise Davies, transgender trend,
Yes,
and Erin Brewer. She came along a
yes,
long time ago with these
yes,
little crocheted penises. And I was, what the fuck is in your hand? And she was talking about these packers that these fuckheads give to their little girls. It's like,
yes.
no,
What?
this is child abuse. So, people like Erin Brewer, Kate Scotto was a very
Yes,
early case in the UK, and her case revolved around free speech being even speech you didn't like and the right to offend. And
yes. Well, we truly are standing on the shoulders of giants. There's
yeah,
been
these
so much
people
work.
come before us, but it's like a really big ship, and I've said that before, Asis. The ship,
Yes,
it's those
yeah.
big ships that you see at sea, full of oil, the big tankers. They take a long time to turn around. They go
Not
very
to
fast,
think.
but when they no, not to think, especially if someone's making a fucking sandwich, like in New Zealand. But yeah, I'm wearing my other fuck you pronouns. I've got 3, so I never run out, and I can wear them.
And
I
I've got
guess New Zealand,
terminology.
the turfology. If you can read it out, that's a wonderful saying.
Noun. A set of beliefs and practices based in the biological reality that sex is binary, based on large or small gimmicks, and is not a feeling. Two, quality of character.
So we're turfy. Just like Mary Kate Delvey said, be more cunty. I mean, like I say cunt and people get upset. She says it and everyone goes, yay! But good reach one, peak
Hey,
one,
yes, read
whoever
one, speak one, teach one.
and whoever you get the message off that works for you, because I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. But also, I feel like that cow catcher at the front of the train, and then other people don't feel quite so bad thinking what they're thinking, because I'm right out there of like, you're a tranny, you'll never be a woman, and there's nothing to respect apart from
No,
your human
get
right
out of our spaces.
to be a pervert on your own time, in your own room, in your own space. That's fine.
I didn't consent to anyone's fetish.
No, that's right. And when these trannies walk around in their dress, they are performing their fetish and they are forcing us to participate. And I'm like, no, that's why I won't tell him he's a woman, because you
No,
disrespect my mother. You disrespect every woman, but my mother, no man's the equal to her. Fuck right off, you dreamer. Especially these Doris Karloffs. I know I'm a big bitch. I have to be careful because they might fucking hollow me out and wear me, because I'd probably fit being a big bastard. But really and truly, they disrespect my mother. You're not the equal of my mother. None of you are.
yeah, it's
You're dead.
ridiculous. What I
No.
find really hilarious online is that people think that that's what they look like in real life.
Yeah,
That's
they say
hilarious.
those 2 pool players, those idiot pool players. And thank you, the woman who lost, I said, because that it really sped up the truancy, seeing 2 men. And
Yes,
one man wrote on Twitter, Lucy looks like a woman. And someone wrote back, shit on toast looks like Nutella, but it isn't.
yeah. Hey, but and I really you covered a good point this morning, you and Stone. Other women cannot give consent away on behalf of
Right.
other women.
That's right.
And
That's right. Sorry, sis. Go.
yeah, so that's been a great live, sis. We've done it for half an hour,
Good. So happy Thank a Turf Day, everybody. And
and we'll
please
see
thank
you
yourself.
next year.
Yep, we'll see you before then. But thank you so much for turning up and coming, and all you hate watchers. I hope you're enjoying it. Cope, seethe, and dilate, because the glamour has been lifted.
We ain't
We are
stopping.
never
That's
going back.
right.
We are never
This
going
is the
back.
beginning of the end.
So,
And we need
ha
to put
ha.
them all back in the closet and nail it shut.
Yes, because you know what? Don't bring your whole self to work. I don't want to know. Like if children know your
No.
sexuality, you're a groomer, not a teacher. Those sorts of things. So we will still hold the line,
Yes.
the ultras.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And over and out. Mwah.
Thank you,
Never
sis.
surrender.
Love
Never
you. Bye
surrender.
bye.
Love
Good
you.
night,
No more.
everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Excuse me.